Hey YouTube, Survivor Johnny. I didn't seem to have any Vaseline handy. It's funny, I keep all that stuff in my pack, but I didn't feel like getting my pack out. So all I'm going to do, like I did on the last one, is just a couple cotton balls. You don't really even need these cotton balls when you're using hand sanitizer, because the hand sanitizer just takes a spark so well. But just to be sure. Alright. So I'll just set this over that. Okay, this is a stove for Nathan4071. Not this one, this is the prototype where I learned stuff out of it. Alright, this is the actual stove. It's the same one. It's made out of flashing. So basically, it is four-sided, and it comes apart. It's a little rough. Okay, so it comes apart. Woo, that's smoky. Come on, get going. It comes apart so that it'll store flat. This is going to be the bottom. Notice the bottom is elevated here. Let me get rid of some of the smoke. It's going to take it a second. The wood was kind of wet. It's been raining for days. Anyway, so this folds flat to go in your pack. This is the perforated floor. The front plate, you'll notice, is actually shorter than the other plates, and that's because it's elevated. Why does smoke always follow you? It's elevated to let the air flow in, and then there's also holes drilled around it. And then, as an added measure, I've done these thumb tab turn bolts that'll be on with a wing nut. That'll be on each corner, so when it's put together, it's super sturdy. And kind of what I'm doing right here, first of all, I hate it when people show you a stove and they don't light it, so I wanted it to burn. But also I'm testing this high temperature paint that I've got on there to see how it holds up. So when you go to put this together, keep in mind this one's not made, it's just the pieces. When you go to put it together, there's one side has a what we call a hem, and the other side is flat. And so you literally just slide the flat side into the hem side. And of course, without the bolts, it's not really going to hold together right. And of course, because I'm doing it on video, it's not going to go together right. All right. I'll be building this one over the next few days so that I can get it mailed out to him. Alright. And then these two, and then it's going to have a slot cut. It's going to have a slot cut for the elevated floor to just slide in from the front. Wow. Wow, really. So that's the elevated floor. This is not cut to size yet. It'll actually just slide straight in there, and then each one of these parts that go in will have a little slot cut in it, so that it holds the floor. So that's the nutshell of how it goes together. That's the nutshell of how it comes apart to go in your pack. So it's going to take up very little room. But it's a nice size firebox. That's actually a pretty good sustainable fire. These small little wood stoves, don't get me wrong, I love them, been using them forever, but the smaller the firebox, the actual burn chamber is, the harder it is to maintain, and the more constantly you have to feed it. So it's actually going pretty good. Oh, and high carbon steel love, I saw your vape the other day and made a comment. I vape and smoke. I vape when I can't smoke. I vaped only for about 6 months, but the dang battery's always going dead, or there's something wrong with the coils, or it was just such a headache that I was more grumpy vaping than I was smoking. If I had a better vape that worked all the time, which I've got one now, but the battery's on charge, so let me just stand up so I can torque this out. kind of get burning clean. Now that it's at this stage, if I'm just adding sticks, it'll be a nice clean burn. And I haven't yet figured out exactly what I want to do for the pot stand up top. I'm sure that I'll be drilling, it's pretty hot, what is this? I'm sure that I'll be drilling some holes around the top, so that if you set a bigger pot on it, it won't choke it. But if you wanted a smaller pot like a Stanley, you'd have to have something smaller. And so I'm thinking possibly like a little grill, like, you know, what if you wanted to grill a fish, you know, something like that. So I'm thinking possibly like a little grill top for it as well. Okay, YouTube, thanks for watching. Hey guys, okay, editor's note here. All right, first of all, it's Nathan4071, not 4017, my bad. Sorry, Nathan. Also, all the bending for this and the metal came from Green Tree Metals in Hartwell, Georgia. Specifically, we talked about it, and we went with a non-galvanized. And a guy, if you wanted to get one of these, Jason, that made this one, said that he would be happy to make them for, you know, for people to buy or whatever. So you'd be able to call up there and I guess look for Jason, but I'll put his email address in the notes below in the description, if anybody wanted to send him an email about it. Oh, sorry. Yeah, it's not crickets. That's my my audio camouflage on my phone. I'm getting a text right now. But anyway, just quick editor's note. Thanks.